And we are still here showing up live. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm so thrilled to be here. I did not get to have a show last week, and so I'm definitely excited to give you all the updates and all the tea on what's been going on with me. If you've been following my stories on Instagram and TikTok, I'm in Bermuda, and this is yet my hotel room behind me, and it's been an amazing trip, even though half of it has been like very rainy, right? Morning. And so I'm really psyched, pumped up to have this conversation and to talk about getting what you want in life, because believe it or not, this trip is actually something that I wanted for myself. And was able to create it. And I found that more and more I am learning about tapping into what you really want in life, how to do it. Now, it's not that it happens overnight, guys. I'll be honest with you. I've been working on, you know, learning how to create the life of my dreams for several years now. But what I will say is that it gets better over time, and that there are actual techniques that you can use to help you as you are going about your journey. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, because while I was on this trip, there were several instances where I was just getting miserable because I wasn't getting what I wanted in other things. And so I was like, you know what? On tea time on Saturday, we need to talk about this probably common thing that people struggle with, which is really focused on, how to achieve the life of your dreams, getting the things that you want, the life you desire type of deal. So I have my cup of tea here. I actually need to pour the water. I've had already like 2 cups of tea since morning, guys, because it's that kind of Saturday. But I thought it would be nice to just settle in and hear what's going on with you all. How is everybody doing? How are you guys doing? Check in with me, please. I have my cards. I always travel with my intention cards, by the way. It's a great travel tool. So if you don't have a deck of cards yet, if for nothing else, if you're somebody that travels often, getting a deck of cards can actually help to make your trips a lot easier on your mind, because you just get up, you focus your thoughts in a great direction, set some intentions, and then you get going. Oh, this is great. This is a great one for the conversation today, too. The intention for today is I trust the timing of the universe. And you'll see that the picture is of the moon in all its different cycles. And the affirmation says, okay, I'm not going to try to do this without my glasses. We're just there. We're there now. Okay. We're accepting that we need the glasses. All right. I know that there is no need to chase or rush to dominate. All that I desire has already been given to me. I only need to be prepared to access it when the time comes. This is such a perfect card. Can I just tell you, it's literally like, yeah, this is the perfect card, because today we're talking about how to be prepared to access what you want when the time comes, right? Like, come on. I mean, you guys see what just happened? Okay, I hope you saw that. Yeah, see, Anya saw it. Anya saw it. Yeah, you saw me literally shuffle the card and get the exact card for the cup. Okay, let's do this. So there are these 3 methods, right? One of them is pretty new to me, but the other 2 I use constantly, and they work really, really well, right? They work really, really well. And so I want to talk to you about those 2 methods. And the third method I'm introducing because I'm actually going to start working on it over the next, how you say, iteration. Maybe this month I have some goals that I've actually written down for myself. I have my book here somewhere, my journal that I've been, working on. And we just started the month of February, right? So this is a great time to actually look at how you started the year and think about things that you may have put down that you wanted to achieve in January that you weren't able to achieve, or you lost sight of them or whatever the thing is. But it's a good time when you start a month. It's a really good time to look back at where you wanted to be today and then set some intentions in the direction that you wanted to head. Okay. So, what I wanted to do was to talk to you about 3 different methods to get the things that you really want in life. And they're proven methods. Some may find that one thing works better than the other, but overall, what you'll find is that you will access the type of feeling and energy that you need in order to get to the thing that the outcomes that you're trying to create. And I'll also give you a couple of examples that you can use just to help you to understand, how this can work for you, because everybody is going after something different. Not everybody wants the same things out of life, which is fine. It's normal. But what you want is for you. And at that point in time, it's very important. And understanding how to get to the thing, how to manage the feelings that you have when you're not getting to the thing, because that's actually where the secret is. The secret is in being able to see yourself when you're in the midst of the misery of not getting what you want. Okay? So let's talk about the first thing. Now, this method is called contrast versus clarity. And if you've been in any of my previous life transformation courses or coaching sessions, you may have heard of this one already. And it works hands down. When I realized that this method was so simple and that it worked so well, I was actually helping my daughter. She's 16 now, but she was, I think, maybe 10 or 11 at the time. So it was a while ago. It's about 5-6 years ago. And she was having a really tough time with one of her best friends. You know them with the besties and all the things, right? So she was having a really tough time with her best friend. And what ended up happening is that I was sitting with her, trying to talk to her, trying to get her to understand what was going on in her mind and why she was feeling like this. And it was not working, right? And so I was doing this work now with one of my teachers, this contrast versus clarity work. And I realized that, let me see if it will work with her. Let me see if I can try to get her to see herself, because that's really what the activity is meant to do. It's meant to help you to see where your headspace is at. Because if most of the time, guys, we're just rolling through life. We're not paying attention to how we're feeling. We're not paying attention to the words we're saying, what we're talking about, how we're bad mouthing the same thing that we want, how we're complaining about the same thing that we want. Like we're so programmed to complain. We are programmed to complain. Think about it. Since this morning, even though you may have gotten up and just like so grateful and oh my gosh, maybe it's sunny, or maybe you got your breakfast, maybe you get your special tea, maybe you get some loving, whatever it is, maybe you wake up and you get a little, you're happy. But a few minutes later, something is going to come in your way that you're going to be, I can't bother with this. Every single time this happens, I just can't stand it. Or do you get what I'm saying? So what tends to happen is that we tend to complain